guys, how are we all doing? It's good to talk to you again. The last time we spoke about the pull-up and how it's a brilliant strength exercise for home, for young guys and girls who are learning how to be strong, and we spoke about strength as an education, right, a little bit. So if you want to go back and check out the video of me hanging out at the pull-up bar and showing you guys how to train for pull-ups and how to get your first pull-up, go back. It's one of the subsequent videos after this one. We'll link it in the description of the video below anyway, so you can go back and have a look at that, okay? Now, today we're going to talk about something else. We're going to talk about the push-up, the most misunderstood, underused exercise in the world. So it's overused by some people. They say, okay, let's just do some push-ups, which gets really boring really, really quickly. And it's underused by people who think, oh, well, it's just push-ups. I can do a bunch of those. I don't need to do them anymore. This is a super exercise, and especially since we can't be on the mat at the moment and we can't be training with each other, what do we want to do? We want to do things that we can do on our own. So push-ups are just one of those things. It's a real simple exercise, very often got wrong, very often misused and underused, and a lot of times people kind of think of it as like a punishment exercise. And there's a reason that people think of it as a punishment exercise, because when I was a kid, if you were told to do push-ups, it was because you were doing something wrong. So when you were training and you misbehaved, which I often did, or let's say you were in PE and someone was talking out of turn with the teacher, it was like, okay, 20 push-ups. That military style thinking, like you're in boot camp with the army, and it's like, all right, you maggots, get down and do 20 push-ups, like it's a punishment. It's not a punishment exercise. It's one of the simplest, best exercises you can do with your body weight. It helps you master your own body weight, be able to move it around, which is really important for jiu-jitsu, really important for your general strength, and it will get you stronger. So it's not just an exercise that you can do a bundle of times and think, oh, well, it's not a strength exercise. It's like, just like I said, a punishment or just something I do a bunch of times. It will get you stronger if you do it right. Now, there's two problems. Number one, I've spoken about it already. It's underused, it's misused. People don't do it properly, all right? Number two, some people can't do one, all right? And maybe you think you can do some right now, but I'm going to show you a way to do it, the correct way, the gold standard of pushing up. And maybe you can't do it. You think you can do one already, but actually you can't, okay? But let's have a look and see if you can. So we're going to start with a couple of things, right? Number one, volume. What does that mean? Do loads of them. So you have to be able to do loads, but properly. Okay? So if you can't already do one, there's going to be ways that you can scale it down. A bit like we talked about with the pull-up video, there's going to be ways that we can scale up or scale down. Number two, technique. Okay? So volume, technique. We need to do loads, and we need to do it right. Okay? Correct. Alright? So let's have a look. First things first, thumbs at your nipple line, as we always say here in the gym. Sorry to be a little bit crude and anatomical, but we're going to be here. We're going to have our shoulders down and back. We're not going to let our shoulders go up near the ears. We're definitely not going to have our hands out way wide like this, and we're going to be nice and controlled and slow, okay, at the start. We're going to go down for 2 seconds and up for 1. 1 to 2, 1, okay? But I'm going to show you a couple of other bits with it as well. Bolt straight, but lead a little bit with your hips. Keep your chin towards the ground, okay? So don't duck your head down. And we're gonna have like a kind of a plank position with our back, okay? So I don't want too much arching or too much peaking, but I do want to kind of keep myself nice and straight, all right? So hands at that thumb width, head over your hands like this. Don't let your head come back here. Head over your hands, gold standard, chin to the ground, push up. Down for 2, up for 1. Down for 2, up for 1. And that's a push-up. Well, duh. You've seen that already. That's gold standard, chin on the ground. That's the only thing that's a push-up. Don't call anything else a push-up. Okay? From now on, don't call anything else a push-up. Don't call this a push-up. Even though you'll do that sometimes in training when you get tired and a bit fatigued. Don't call that a full push-up. The only push-up is the type I just showed you. The full gold standard push-up. On your toes, straight body, chin to the ground, back up again. Okay, how do we get there though? Because that's what we spoke about last week with the pull-up, wasn't it? We always think to ourselves, oh, I can't do one, therefore I'm never going to be able to do one. What we have to think is, it's just about volume. It's just about getting a few more in over time. So how are we going to do that? So I'm going to ask a question. I can't hear you at home, but you can shout it out if you want to, or say it in your head. I'm going to do this, and if you've been in my class before, you'll know the answer to this already. This is like, you know, one I say all the time, and you know, people often get caught out by when I do this, and it is trying to catch people out. But when I do this, what is this exercise called? What did you say? Did you say the girl push-up or the woman push-up? Because that's when we go, disqualified. Okay, that's called the assisted push-up. It was called the girl push-up years and years ago by people who really didn't understand what they were talking about. There used to be crazy myths about women's anatomy, like if you did a full push-up that you were going to have some female-related problems and all this kind of random stuff. But it's not true. It's a problem for two reasons. First of all, girls can do push-ups just the same as guys, so it doesn't really mean anything. So it stops girls doing full push-ups, and B, it stops guys doing assisted push-ups when they need to. And I often need to do assisted push-ups. Very often. When I'm coming back from injury, when I'm really, really fatigued and tired during conditioning, I very often drop to my knees and do the assisted push-up. But loads of people won't, especially blokes. Why won't they? Because they go, it's the girl push-up. I can't do a girl push-up, I'm a guy. No, it's ridiculous. So, to start out, if you can't do a normal push-up, do the assisted push-up. It's not the girl push-up, it's the assisted push-up. Put your knees on the ground, keep your body straight. So instead of being here, I'm here. So not like this, or like this. Nice and straight. Hands at the nipple line again. Chin to the ground. And do multiples of those. Awesome. Simple as that, right? Simple exercise. You can mix it up. You can have staggered push-ups, hands together like a diamond, all sorts of things like that, right? But those are the basics there of the push-up. Now, why do I want to talk to you about the push-up a little bit more? It's because this one of the best pushing exercises for home. You don't need any equipment. You can be in your bedroom, in your kitchen, in your living room, watching the telly. You can do what you want. And bingo, you've got a push-up, you've got a workout. Right, but how are we going to do it? Well, short answer, we need to do loads and loads and do them in sets. So 5 sets is really a really good way to start. So pick something you can do, like a number that you can do of push-ups that has leaves you a little bit tired but not so much that you fail, and do those 5 times over. So let's say you can do 8 push-ups or 10 assisted push-ups. Great. Take maybe subtract a couple of digits off that and do those 5 times in a row. So take a break, do 8, take a break, shake your hands, do 8, take a break, shake your arms, and repeat. And do it every single day, do it as part of your training. Get up and do them in the morning, do them before bed at night, do them whenever you want. But I guarantee you, if you keep it going and you are consistent, and consistency is the most important thing, over time you'll get much, much stronger, much, much fitter, and you will start to notice a big difference, okay? A big difference. But the key is consistency and patience. Now, patience is a problem for everybody. Consistency is a problem for everybody. But if you are disciplined, and discipline just means you do it every day, you don't moan about it, you don't complain about it. Well, you can moan about it actually. I know lots of great athletes who moan all the time. They moan constantly, but they still do it. Okay, so we can moan about it and we can complain about it, but the important thing is to do it every single day. No matter how boring it is, no matter how much you think to yourself, maybe I'll skip today. You just get up and you just do it every single day. So to finish, I've got a challenge for you, right? Challenge. And I just did this challenge myself. I just finished this one myself in January, actually, so a couple of months ago now, I guess. Every day of January, I did 100 push-ups. I just got up and I did 100 push-ups. I missed a few days, okay? I missed 3 days where I forgot to, or one day I was just too sore and tired, but I got up the next day and did it again. And the reason I want to talk to you about that, right, and doing a long challenge over a course of days, is because if you can pick yourself up every single day and do something, whether you love it or hate it, but see the results at the end of it, that's a huge big thing. And that's what I want for you this month maybe. You don't have to do a month, maybe try 2 weeks. 2 weeks, push-ups every day. Even try a week. Try 5 days, and do 50 push-ups a day for 5 days. See how you feel at the end of it. Even if you don't get the physical results, I guarantee you'll feel better about it because you've completed it. So try that for me, okay? Try 5 days, try a week, try 2 weeks, try a month. See what you can do first. Start with the 5 and work your way up. See how it goes. I guarantee you, you'll feel physically better. You'll feel physically stronger. You'll start to put on a bit of muscle or maybe firm up the muscles that you have. And I guarantee you'll feel great at the end of it, okay? Happy with that? Alright, I went on a bit longer than I intended today, so I'm very sorry about that. Listen, I'm looking forward to seeing you all back on the mat. If you're not already a member of our club and you're a teenager and you're watching on, because I know that a few mums and dads got in touch and thanked us for the video and that their kids and their young fellas had watched it, the last one. Do me a favour, sign up, okay? Get in touch with us. Come back to us when we're open. We should be open. I think kids sports are back at the end of April. Come up here. Come train with us. You'll have a brilliant time. We've got a great bunch of kids, a great bunch of young lads and girls. Everybody's really, really friendly here. Nobody's here is like a killer and a smashing machine or anything like that. We will make you into one of those if that's what you want. But I guarantee you everybody's going to be really nice to you. Everybody's going to show you a good time up here. We're great fun. We've got great community of people, and everybody looks after everybody up here, right? So really friendly, really good. And that's what really is missing at the moment. A bit of friendliness, a bit of good times with people. That's what we want for you guys. That's what we want to have up here. And believe me, you'll have it when you come up here, right? So get yourself signed up. Just contact us, message us here. You can comment on the video below. You can email us. All of the contact details are in our profile. Just go on there and have a look, and we'll get in touch back with you. Alright, thanks very much for watching. I've gone on a bit long, haven't I? Apologies. But I'll talk to you guys soon, okay? See ya.